Okay, I think we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome everybody to AFM's Webinar Wednesday series 2015-2016. Today we're going to be joined in just a moment by Media Solutions Corporation out of Chandler, Arizona. They're going to talk a lot today about online grocery shopping and the solution that Affiliated is getting ready to launch. So you'll get to see lots of neat information, screenshots, probably live demos, just kind of how the process works. And I'll let Media Solutions handle all of that. What I want to talk about is any interaction that you have today. If you have questions, and hopefully we have lots of questions, a couple of ways that you can get those questions to us. If you just look at your screen, you'll see there's two little black arrows kind of just pointing out the ways to ask questions. The first little black arrow is probably not the preferred method, because I can see that most of us are joining today just probably listening through our computer speakers. But it's pointing to a little hand, so if you want to raise your hand, I can call on you and you can ask your question verbally. Like I said, though, that doesn't work with the way that a lot of us have joined today. The preferred method for most of us will be the bottom method there, just using the control panel, which is usually over on the right side of your screen. You can just type in your question and send in your question, and then we'll try and get through all of our questions today as well. With that, I'm going to bring on Ryan and Paulino, and I'm guessing Janet. Ryan, you want to go through introductions real quick on your side, and I'll transition the screen here in just a moment.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Ryan. I am kind of overseeing this online shopping project. With me today is Paulino Leone. He's our head digital signage and CSR, head CSR here. We have Shane with us as well. Shane is a project manager with us. And we have Janet Smith with us, who is the office manager.
All right, thanks, Ryan. You should see a little thing where you can just say "Show my screen" on your side.
Yep. There we go.
All right. Yep. I see it. It looks good. So why don't you go ahead and take it away, guys?
All right. Perfect. So today, as Rob said, we will be talking about Zoom, our online shopping program. And we will talk about the benefits of Zoom. So online shopping is a long-term growth strategy. It's estimated to grow 50% by 2018. Provides an opportunity for engagement and personalization with customers, and it creates an important competitive advantage. So with online shopping, it gives the customers more free time to spend with the family or important things to do, and it also connects with millennials. How Zoom works. It's made up of two websites, the front end, which is the consumer website, and the back end, which is control panel for store administrators. And we will go over the front end first. So when ordering, customers will create an online account in which they can go in for groceries by browsing by categories. They can search for products. They could have products saved as their favorites. And then the customers can submit their orders. They can specify a pickup date and time, as well as leave additional comments. They will receive an email and a text message that their order has been processed or is being processed. We go to fulfillment. So the store will receive the customer's order, and the employees will print a picking list, and this will help them pull the items off the shelves, in which they will place grocery bags in a holding area. Once the order is ready for pickup, the customer will receive a ready for pickup text message. Once the customer arrives at the stores, they will park in designated parking area for online shopping, and they will go to the online shopping register, and the employees will meet customers to review the orders. And they will also pay for the order and while it's being loaded into their car. They will receive a thank you text once the order is complete. And now we will go on to the control panel, which is also known as the back end for the stores. So this is where the administrator will manage the store information that includes address, hours of operation, online shopping availability. They can put items in a product catalog. They will have options for order fulfillment, and they can include special offers such as discounts, coupons, and featured products. How to get started. So currently Zoom is being tested in a beta phase. The setup cost is $500, and a monthly cost starts at $100 once the site is launched. So we do have some marketing material that supports Zoom. This includes in-store POP material, email campaign, sample text message, and social Octane posts. Sign up now so you can begin the setup process. And there is our contact information right there at the bottom of the screen. So this is the front end in which you have your store name and store logo right up here in the top left corner, along with the email, the address and the phone number. These are your department pages right here on the left, and your featured products are down below this banner photo.
So the products that are in the categories, those come from their front-end system, correct?
Correct.
And then they can choose what featured products are in there.
Correct. So once you're logged in as a customer, you can click this little heart, and that will change it from yellow to green. That signifies that it has been favorited. And you can add items to your cart to place your order.
What happened there?
Your back button. There's our cart right here. Click checkout. They'll fill in their pickup date and time right here. This is where they can leave notes, accept, submit order. And once they click submit order and the order is being placed, they will have a confirmation screen with an estimated invoice in which they can print. And down at the bottom, there's a little disclaimer. The amount on this estimated invoice does not reflect the exact weight of variable weight items like fresh produce and meats. So we can go on our back end. We're going to go to the order list. And here's the order that we just submitted. Right here, it's on open. We're going to go ahead and select this order, print picking list. This is the order here, print preview. And we'll print the list of everything that is on this order. Once the list is printed, it changes from open to order picking. in which you can pick the order, and once it's done being picked, you can change it to process, and you can also print labels.
And what label is that?
So the labels that will be printed will display the date, the time, the order number, the name of the person who ordered it, and bag blank of blank. Now when you print labels, it will print 3 labels per paper. So if it's a 4-bag order, you bag 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4, print it, and then you'll have to reprint it again to get that 4th label. Process, we will update the status. This is while the customer is here, picked up, and they're ready to pay for it. Once they've paid for it, complete. And the customer will be notified throughout this process of their order via text message and email. They can also search for orders. And these are all the orders that we've had. And this is the
That's a feature.
This is the store catalog. Product list. You can type in a product. Or a brand, and it will pull up all the products associated with what you type in. You can edit the product by simply clicking the name, and you can edit the category, the brand, availability, so on and so forth. You can add a total price reduction if you would like to this product. We will apply the changes. You can also put, if you run out of the product, you can put the product out of stock right here. Simply clicking this check mark, changing the quantity to 0. Out of stock, yes. Scroll down and update. So now when you go into your front end here, and we'll type in Cheerios. It will say out of stock, and customers can no longer add it to their cart. And we added the TPR, the price reduction, to the Apple Cinnamon Cheerios. They're now $1. Regular price showing $4.49, saved 78 cents. Add new products. This is where you go to add new products. It's just like a product list. Once you click a product, it will main category, brand, so on and so forth, size, price, and apply changes. This is the produce master list, and we have a meat master list as well. We do know that produce and meat is a little different because they could come in different sizes and whatnot. So what we did was we took the universal PLU codes for all produce items, and we created a master list with photos. So you can go in and actually add these. So we'll just do the apple here. Put in unit size as a pound. 50 cents. We're going to click add to my store. And then we're going to go to tools and refresh store catalog. Once the catalog refreshes, you can go onto your front end and it will actually show the product, and you will get notified your store catalog has been refreshed. And here's the apple that we added right here for 50 cents a pound. The meat master list works the same way, except it will give you an average size, and you can put in the actual size. Special offers, you can go in and add special offers. As you see, we have added a few. and we've made these available. So we will just show you what it looks like on the front end. Once you add a special offer in the top left corner of the product, it will show a special offer. It shows the original price, which is 99 cents, but if it gets added to your cart, it will show the common price of 99 cents, and the special price for you is 69 cents. Discounts, you can add discounts, either a percentage value or an absolute value, to the subtotal of an order. You can submit your discounts right here. And the coupons, you can add a coupon with a coupon code. The difference between a discount and a coupon code is a coupon code, you actually have to use the code to get it, while a discount is for any customers that go to your website, and they'll get this discount if they do a $40 order or whatever you choose to make the discount. Our featured product section, when you click this section, you can scroll down and you can search by UPC, product ID, or product name. I'll just do Cheerios. And the products come up right here, and you can add them in. And the position number is the numerical order, and when we added it, it got put in position 94. So if we want the chocolate Cheerios to be in position 1, we can just put 1 there. We're going to have to check this box so that it is active, and we can just change this to position 2, and we will update, and now we have the chocolate Cheerios in position 1. We can go to the front end. And here's our chocolate Cheerios right here. You can have up to 40 featured products down here. And then we have our out-of-stock items, which we did put the Cheerios out of stock. So once you get them back into stock, what you can do is you just put the amount you have, out of stock, no. And then we have to check this box and update. And it gets taken and put back into stock. And now customers can add it to their cart again. The top right corner, we have our settings. We have My Account, where you can edit your profile, and under your main information here, you have the minimum allowed order subtotal. You can change that to however much you want. Click Update, and now when you try to check out, you will get the error of minimum order subtotal of $50 is required. Store address, if you need to change your address for any reason. And then we have the pickup and delivery. You can change the hours for the pickup time. You can copy it to all days. You can add a pickup charge if you need. And then we have the delivery, which you can enable or disable, pick your times, and delivery charge. Advertising, these are the banners and your store logo that you see on the front end here. You can go in and change these, the logo, banner 1, banner 2, and bottom photo right here. Those can all be changed in the back end right here. In the online payment system, it's not currently up right now, but we are working to get an online payment system added in there. And we have our operations guide right here, which shows you the front end and the back end with images. Just click whatever subject you would like. And that is the operations guide. And also, as a customer, they can edit their account. They can add multiple addresses. They can see their order history, all the orders that they've made. And then there's the reorder right here on the bottom right if they would like. And we have our favorite products. These are all the products that we favorited. And we have customer FAQs. And that is a brief overview of both the front end and the back end.
Hey Ryan, can you go to the main page? I'm just seeing a couple of questions come in, and I'd like us to maybe tackle a couple of these before too many questions flow in. On ad items or any items that are a markdown that are being loaded via affiliated from the POS system, can you kind of show how that looks? You know, as far as here's my base price and here's my markdown price, because I mean it's my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that stuff loads in automatically. They don't have to go type in all of their weekly ad prices every single week.
I don't know how that's being handled quite yet. I thought there was something that was being worked on. So that's a Jim question, and he's been with the board today. So.
Okay, well, maybe I can help everybody that's on the call today understand Affiliated's position on this. We do, and I'll show you guys in just a moment kind of how you build and maintain your file through your Connect system, because we're constantly feeding data from the registers to the website. But you know, anybody who's on Goodbuys or has the weekly ad, or if you're doing the performance-based TPRs, anything you've sold in the last 90 days, this is kind of a, I mean, it has to sell. The UPC has to sell at the register, and whether it's an affiliated item or a DSD item, we take that information and we pass it on to the POS company, or sorry, not to the website company. But once I get into the program, you'll see how, you know, we're loading your base retail and we're loading your markdown retail, and we're sending all of that to be loaded to the website. So I just saw a couple of people that were asking some questions on that. You know, do I have to do a lot of manual adjustments? As long as you're using your Connect system to feed the website, then no. I mean, a lot of those markdown prices, they just take care of themselves. Ryan, you might be able to answer this next one. The featured items, and I saw you talk a little bit about the featured items. And once again, this is just my understanding, but maybe we can talk about it just a little bit. The featured items, I'm pretty sure that is completely manual by the store. There is no way that we can feed a file to be loaded as a featured item. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so the store, as often as they want to, they're just going to bring attention to kind of key items in their store, and they would be maintaining that list, however big it is, on their main page.
Correct. And it could be as easy as typing in your product in the search bar. All right, finding your product, clicking it, scrolling down, and Raj actually, he might not put it in yet, but there will be a checkbox in which they can check, and it will say add to featured items.
Yeah, right there at the bottom.
Oh, featured product right here, and just click it and apply changes. And that's how easy it could be. And then we can go to the featured items section, and it will be on there, right here.
And what was the total amount of items that could be featured again? Did you talk about that, Ryan?
Yeah, the total amount is 40, but I know Raj did say if a store needs more than 40 to feature, that's something that they can do. But the more you have, the smaller they will look down here.
And also just as a general principle, you know, the more things you have featured, the fewer things you have featured.
Right.
So you want to use it to really select, you know, if there's a special deal or some kind of special call out you want to do. You don't want to
Put your whole
just
catalog
put
there.
everything
Yeah.
out there.
I'm going to make my screen the boss in just a minute, but just while I'm prepping on my side, just a couple more questions. For somebody that's on the call today, guys, and they're interested in going with everything kind of as it's presented, what's the estimated time, you know, for basically set up to my website is live? Do we have a feel for that yet?
Not really, since we're in beta, and it's, you know, that's been a lot longer just because we're going slow and working the bugs out. I would guess at least a month.
Yeah, I kind of think that that's what Jim has been saying, like a month to 6 weeks, because there's going to be a lot of cleanup work that, as just what we've seen in the testing program, is everybody needs to do cleanup work on their
items.
Yeah, their POS list and inventory. So once, you know, like their big pass over, getting it all cleaned up one time, there usually isn't a lot that needs to be done from that point, but that initial setup and just that cleanup is going to take a little while for everybody to do.
Any other questions?
Yeah, do you have any other questions?
Sorry, I was talking and I had the line muted. What I was saying, and I'll say it again since who knows how long I was talking to nobody. I took the screen back. I just want to show everybody on the call today just what Affiliated has designed that allows the item listing and the item pricing to be shared from the POS computer through the Affiliated computer to the website. So we have the program called the Catalog program, and in there we've built a button that says Shop at Home. So what you do is you load this, and what it does, and it goes out and it's looking at files from your POS system, and it just automatically pulls. You can see I have a number down here. I have 11,083 items eligible. That means that I've had that many items in my store that have sold, you know, at least one of in the last 90 days. So we pull all of those UPCs in here, and the check mark means that yes, I'm going to go ahead and sell it online. You can, you know, obviously there might be some items you don't want to sell online, so you would not check mark them. And what we're doing is we pull in the base retail, and we also pull in the markdown price. So, you know, this could be a TPR, a good buys, the weekly ad, you know, a 3-day ad. It could really be anything. So we pull that in automatically, and we think we've made it, you know, kind of a seamless job, and it's kind of an important job for somebody at the store, you know, probably the pricing coordinator. But they just open this up as often as you need to post new items to the website, and then you open it up. You go ahead and you change any pricing that maybe you feel you need to change because it, you know, something changed at the last minute. You're going to select or unselect items, and then when you close this customer, it asks you here, do you want to create an export file? And that takes everything that has a check mark and it exports it out for the website company to pick up. So I would say the time commitment by the stores, not great, and that was one of the questions that came in, but I don't know that we really have a great feel for how long that step or that process is going to take the stores every week to get data posted. Let's see, a couple more questions. Oh, I think I already answered. Somebody was just asking about what the items are that get posted. It's not just items from the price book, or, you know, it's not just affiliated items. It's also DSD. It's anything that is sold at the registers within the last 90 days. One of the questions, if the Access computer is not linked to the POS, how would that work? Well, it won't. I guess that's kind of a key component. Unless you want to go ahead and do a lot of the manual through the back end of the website. But I would think you would want to use our program to be feeding data out of the system, and obviously something that's important is making sure that those systems are linked. Because if the affiliated computer doesn't know what you're selling at the registers, there's no file that can be fed to the website at this time.
Yeah, you definitely, if you're an affiliated customer and you want to be getting into this program, you definitely want to be doing that, have the systems integrated.
Yeah. Let's see, this is a question about new items that are in the ad that you do not usually carry. Will these have to be added manually? I would say, well, kind of, Chris, kind of no and kind of yes. I mean, if it's an item that you're bringing, kind of an in and out, if you're just going to bring it in for the ads and you're not normally going to sell it, you may have to add that item manually because the way our system works is that new item that you're bringing in, it will have to have sold one at the register before it would even load to the website. So if you want it there first, if you want it on the website first, you may have to go add it manually to the website.
Yeah, I'm sure, well, I don't know if that's what he's thinking of, what Chris is thinking of, but yeah, when we're talking about, like seasonal items, that, Easter candy would be one that's coming up right away. That's not, as the new stuff comes in, it's not going to have been sold yet, but they're going to want to start having up on the website to have ready.
I'm going to make your screen boss one more time. If you could, Ryan, if you could just pop up the front end again, like the home page of the front end. And I just want to talk. Yeah, that looks good. I see it. Yeah. I just want to talk briefly about on the left side, and Ryan kind of covered this earlier, but you can see there's all those different departments. Those are being fed currently, for the most part, by affiliated based on family groupings. So this is there are a couple of things that we're still working on, that are working good, but they're not working great. And that's one of them. The family groupings, the names that we use, they're not consumer friendly. I mean, it's more for our buyers and people that are employees of the store that are doing ordering. It's all kind of worded in a good way for that audience. So just please understand, we're working on family groups and making sure that things are in categories or departments that make sense to the consumer. Descriptions, descriptions are not great from affiliated, and they're also not great from your POS system in some instances. So, the descriptions I think is going to be kind of something that, we're all always working on to make sure we have better descriptions that read friendly to the consumer. And then one of the hurdles that we have, and this is affiliated, is we don't really have access to real-time pricing from your register system. So we're working with the register companies, to have them try to get us better data in a more timely manner. The way the website works today is we're only receiving one file from the POS company per day. So if you're doing lots of price changes on a Tuesday, well, a lot of that stuff won't be eligible automatically to the website, until like the next day. So there are some hurdles there we're trying to tackle with getting pricing loaded to the website as quickly as we can. Our target right now is going to be within an hour of making a price change, the data will be exported out of your POS system and loaded to the website. So we're kind of working towards that. Ryan or the group there, any comments on any of that stuff I just said, and I'll get back to some of these questions in a minute.
None from us. I mean, you pretty much explained it.
Okay, great. Let's see. A question from Jeremy, and I don't know that I have this answer yet, Jeremy, but after a batch is sent from the affiliated computer, how long will it take to load to the website? Ryan, I don't think we know that yet. I think that those details, some of that's still being worked out.
Yeah, some of it is being worked out. I do know that Raj has quoted a 3-hour, pretty much upload every 3 hours type of deal.
Okay, that's helpful.
That's still something being worked out.
A question from Valerie. Valerie, you might want to call because scan downs are active. I mean, as long as you have the interface to your POS system, automated scans are working. So for anybody on the call that might be wondering, it's kind of all part of the same process. You contact your scanning company, they turn on the daily unit movement sharing, and once we're receiving that data, then you can go in and you can start to submit your scans via our AdList program. A question from Chris, why can't we just pull off of our price book to feed the website? And then Chris just kind of has a paragraph of why he feels that would be important. That program, that catalog program, is looking at the price book database, but that catalog program is also taking into account all DSD, Chris. So it's all the same data, but right now it's kind of a push. You can go and you can make price changes in the price book. Then if you pull up and export from your catalog program, all of that pricing will be exported to the website. A question from Bruce, and Ryan, you might just want to cover this again real quick. How do you add things manually? And I have to assume Bruce is talking about in the back end of the website.
Definitely. So under catalog, you can go to add new product. Click here to upload the image of the product. You can select the main category of the product you want to add. Classifications of the product. We have any additional categories. Let's say it's baby foods. Choose the brand. Put in the product name. So on and so forth. You can put in a description if you'd like. You have the size, UPC code, price per unit. Put in your unit price right here. If there is a price reduction, you can add a price reduction. And just fill in all the information. If you want to make it a featured product, just click the featured product and apply changes down here. And once the changes have updated, it will show in your front end. You can just search probably by the department in which you add. Let's say you added in baby food, just go baby and baby foods, and it will show the product that you added.
All right, thanks, Ryan.
Not a problem.
A question from Jessica, and I think I might take this one. She's wondering about phone orders. You know, is what we're showing today only with ordering online? And she had mentioned that there's another company that does phone orders also. I guess, Jessica, everything we're showing, yes, you're adding. You know, the customer is adding items to the basket, and then they're checking out and submitting their order electronically. We really aren't displaying things to make it easy for them to see the catalog and then phone in an order. Though I think it could be done. I imagine that would just have to be a decision that the store makes on if they want to allow store or consumers to do that. Janet, this might be for you. Let's talk a little bit about legal age and allowing tobacco or alcohol to be sold on the website. Have we had some discussions about that? Anything you can share?
I don't think there's. I don't know if it's not allowed, but I think the best practices were to not put it on there because there is so much, so many legal issues, and the disclaimer would be different in every, state, county, etc., that we couldn't keep up with, and we wouldn't want to be liable for it or make our stores liable for it. So, I don't believe that's an accepted category.
Thanks, Janet. A question from Jesse. He wants to know if he can change the 90 days to 60 days. I guess at this time, Jesse, no. We're holding firm at the 90. Maybe it's something we can revisit after our pilot stores and after our launch. But all of the pilot stores have been very happy with the 90-day being sold at the register rule. We're running out of questions. Maybe I'll just kind of sit tight for a minute to see if there's any more questions that come in. Here's another question. Talking a little bit about prepaying online. Ryan covered it just briefly earlier, but the prepaying online it's not ready yet, and it won't be at launch. That's something that's going to be coming a little further down the line. So right now everything is based on kind of click and collect. They're placing their order, they're submitting their order, but then they are going to the grocery store to handle the tender of the order. I do know, and I hope at Food Show we'll be bringing some information from our POS companies that will make it easier. And some of you may have equipment today, kind of like I forget what it's called, like a line buster. You know, if your registers are getting backed up, you can have a smaller handheld device that will allow you to swipe credit cards and allow those consumers to pay quickly. And then maybe some of you guys have seen this at some superstores. But we want our POS companies to bring that product to the forefront, so that's something we can share with our retailers. And you know, if it's something you're interested in, the consumer would pull up for curbside payment, and the order would have already been done in the store, and everything would have been rung up, and then you suspend that, and then from a mobile device you could go out and resume right at the car and have them pay at the car. So I know it's something we're looking into. We're trying to collect some information from the POS companies, but online payments is not available yet, and we're still working towards that. Ryan, as you've been learning the website from Raj and his team, did they talk at all about how a consumer can modify or cancel their order after they already submitted?
I don't know if a consumer can. We haven't talked about it from a consumer standpoint, but we have talked about it from a store standpoint.
They get notified that they don't want it.
Yeah, if a store gets notified that the consumer calls in and cancels their order, the store can actually go into the back and click orders. And as we see right here, there's a cancel button right there in which they can update the status, and they can go ahead and cancel the order.
Right now it has to be done on the store end and not on the client end.
Yeah.
So they would have to call.
Okay, thank you. Here's a question from Kyle. I have a pharmacy that leases space for me, and their over-the-counter items are scanned through my front end. Will those items be available for online ordering? The answer, Kyle, is yes. Anything that's sold, any UPCs that are sold through your POS system will be available online. I guess if you don't want them to be available online, then you would use our application and remove the check marks from anything that you don't want to sell online. So maybe you do, though. But anyway, hopefully that answers your question.
I don't know if that would be an issue if it's, you know, the kind of medications that you have to sign for at the pharmacy counter. So that could complicate that.
I think he was just talking about, you know, the stuff that's out in the aisles that they can, you know, yeah, that they can grab it and take it to any register.
Okay.
A question from Greg. Does the system alert employees when a new order is in, or is it something that has to be constantly checked for new orders? The answer, Greg, is yeah, you'll set up who you want to receive the notifications, and those employees will be notified via email. And Ryan, is it also text, or is it only email that incoming orders are notifying employees?
Text as well.
It's email and text.
The store employees are receiving emails and texts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they set them up.
Okay, yep, thank you. Good questions, guys. We'll just kind of see if there's a couple more questions, and we'll kind of start winding down here in a moment. A couple people have raised their hands, so Greg, I see your hand is up. I'm going to call on you real quick, but maybe we just answered your question that you typed in. Greg, can you hear me okay?
No, again, Rob, I think you did just answer our question.
Okay, thanks, Greg. And Lori, it looks like you have your hand up. Did you have a question for us, Lori? Lori Mueller, I see you put your hand up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and lower Lori's hand. It looks like she is using the computer speakers and microphone, so maybe she's got an issue with the mic. Ryan, can you put the contact information up again for stores that are interested, and just briefly talk about the costs again? That might be a good one to end on.
Yeah.
There it is. There's our phone number anyway. Is it not going full screen?
No, it's not. Let's go full screen here.
Weird.
Go back to it again. All right. Well, sorry, this might be a little hard to see here, but the setup cost is $500 per store, and the monthly cost starts at $100, and this is once your site launches. And our contact information, our phone number will be 480-639-1200, and our email address is going to be webhelp@mediasolutionscorp.com. Once again, that's webhelp@mediasolutions with an S corp.com.
We can arrange, you know, one-on-ones with anyone. We're doing additional meetings next Tuesday and Thursday, so if anybody wants to join in, they just can email us and we'll give them a link. We'll be going over in a little more detail, step by step.
Okay, thanks, Janet. One more question, and then this is going to be the last one. This is from Mark. Mark was curious about out-of-stocks. Is there anything that can feed the out-of-stocks automatically when it comes to in-store inventory? And Mark, unfortunately, no, we don't have anything like that. There is no perpetual inventory with this system. You know, it doesn't know what you're selling, what you have available, so those will have to be monitored and clicked on a per-store basis. We're going to go ahead and end with that, guys. Thanks very much for attending. Be looking for the survey. We'll send out a survey afterwards. So if there are some questions you're thinking about that you didn't get to us today, you can either reach out to myself or the Media Solutions Corporation team. Some of their contact information is on the screen there. or you can use the survey to get us back the information, and we'll make sure and follow up with you in that manner also. Thanks a lot for attending today. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.